So as most of you know, people who wish to study or who wish to work abroad are the ones who take this exam. It is for the purpose of education or migration. It consists of 4 modules, that is listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Of these 4 modules, listening, reading, and writing are taken on one day. Speaking will be done on a separate day of your exam. Now, the score that you get will be from between the range of band score 1 to band score 9. 1 means, of course, you're at the least level, and 9 is the maximum level. Now, it is not possible. I mean, it is possible to score a 9, yes, but rarely anybody has scored a 9. But 7.5 is a score which is quite achievable, and that is what you should be practicing, targeting on. So, moving on. There are 2 types of IELTS, academic and general. It will depend on which, what do you want to take, because academic is for those people who wish to study abroad, and general is for those people who wish to migrate for work purposes and all that. So it will depend on your choice. If you're going for studies, you should be taking academic. If you're going to for migration, you should be taking the general exam. These are the partners of the IELTS exam: British Council, IDP, and University of Cambridge. A number of times people have asked me that what is the difference between British Council and IDP? Which is easier? Is there any difference between the exam that they give? So the answer to this question is that no, there is no difference between British Council and IDP, because the exam is written by University of Cambridge. And these two, BC and IDP, are the people who other organizations who conduct the exam. So the exam is the same as it is written by University of Cambridge, and they both conduct. That means there is no difference in the exam. It is exactly the same. Whenever you receive your test scores, they will, from that point on, they will be valid for 2 years ahead, and you are given a separate band score for listening, reading, writing, and speaking. And then an aggregate is taken out for the for all 4 scores. There is no negative marking in this, and there is no passing or failing marks. These are your band scores, band 1, 2. So I think whoever is taking the exam or is planning to take the exam, your target should be between 7 to 8. 6.5 academic maybe chal jata hai for a lot of universities, but it will depend in which university you want to take admission into. Some universities do not, I mean, they take better scores. So 7.5 should be the thing that you should be targeting every time. Listening scores. So you get 40 questions in listening in total, and these are your listening scores. So for example, in listening, if you're targeting an 8 band score, so out of 40 you should be getting at least 30, 35 to 36 correct. Then you will get an 8 band score, which in listening is very easily achievable. So listening is the most scoring area of the IELTS exam, and that is where you should be targeting at least 8.5. Okay. Now these are your reading scores. This is for academic AC, and this GT is for general. So if you're an academic, if you're going to take academic, and if you're targeting 7.5, you should be getting around 33, 34 correct out of 40. Whereas if you're general and you're targeting 7.5, you should be getting 36 correct out of 40. Why is there this difference? Because academic reading is slightly tougher than the general reading. In academic reading, the questions are more indirect, the passages are longer, and the text is very complex. But in general reading, the answers are direct. Kuch are there, and some obviously are confusing. आपको सब कुछ easy नहीं मिलेगा in general also. But if you compare academic and general reading is quite easy. So accordingly, the scores vary. This is your test format. Listening is for 30 minutes. Now listening, I mean, now they also have computer-based exam. Earlier, IELTS only used to be paper and pen. So there, The time duration for listening was 30 minutes, plus they gave a 10-minute extra minutes to transfer your answers to an answer sheet. This is only valid for paper and pen. If you decide to take the computer-based exam, you are not going to get any extra 10 minutes for transferring the exam, for transferring the answers, because there you are obviously just typing in the computer. So for listening, it's 30 minutes plus 10 minutes extra for your paper and pen. And for computer based, it is only 30 minutes or maybe 35 to 36 minutes. It depends on the audio that they give you. So on your test date, जो भी आप date select करोगे, उस दिन the first module जो आप करोगे वो listening होगा. After listening, you will be doing academic reading, academic or general, whatever. You will be doing reading. Reading is 60 minutes. In 60 minutes, you have 40 questions to answer. Those 40 questions are divided into 3 sections. So accordingly, you have to divide your time. 60 minutes into 3 sections. Ideally, 20 minutes padta hai, but depends on the text. Kuch आसान होगा, कुछ मुश्किल होगा. So accordingly, you can vary the time. This you should be practicing during your practice sessions. जब भी आप practice करोगे, you should be deciding that okay, this is the kind of question जिसमें मुझे ज़्यादा problem आती है, so I should be giving more time to this. This is an easy type of question, I can do it. So this comes with practice. After the reading test, you will take the writing test. The writing is again 60 minutes. Academic writing has 2 parts. Part 1 is writing a report. The report can be based on any pie chart, bar graph, or anything like any kind of graph, any diagram, or maybe a floor plan, anything, you know. And the general training, writing task 1 is your letter. You have to write a letter. The letter could be formal, informal, or semi-formal. Finally, task 2 of writing is the same for both general and academic, and it is writing an essay. That is the toughest part of the IELTS exam, writing an essay, and that is what we are going to cover in this workshop after we complete this introduction. So these 3, listening, reading, and writing, are taken on the same day. But speaking is done on another day. So it could be 7 days prior to your exam date, or it could be 7 days after to your exam date. It depends on them. They will send you a mail regarding it. And the speaking test is only for 11 to 14 minutes. It's not a very formal interview. It's a casual, semi-formal interview. The thing that they're checking there the most is how fluent you are and how good your pronunciation is. The content, what you say, it doesn't matter much there. I don't mean that you should go off content, that you should give them things that are not relevant, but there is no right or wrong answer. What is your answer, what is your opinion could be right, and what is my opinion could also be right. So in speaking, what you should be focusing more on is the fluency and the pronunciation and grammar. Do not worry too much about कि अरे उन्होंने ये पूछा था और मैंने ये बोल दिया. It doesn't matter. अगर आप सही confidently बोल रहे हो, then it won't matter much. Moving on. As I said, the listening test is 30 minutes plus 10 minutes to transfer the answers. You get number of questions are 40. 4 parts you get. You listen to the conversation in 4 different parts. Each section has 10 questions. So the first section is a conversation between 2 people. It's most likely a telephone conversation. The second part is a monologue. That means one person is going to speak for and then there'll be 10 questions based on this part also. Section 3 is again a conversation between 2 to 4 people, and this is most likely an academic conversation, which will probably be based on some kind of project that 2 students are doing. So they want some kind of feedback, or they want to show their project to the professor, something like that. Last section is again a monologue. That is one lecture. That is a lecture given by some kind of professor. So it's again going to be a long lecture, and you have to answer questions based on this. These are your 4 sections of the listening test. There are different kind of questions that you get in listening. Uh, it could be fill in the blanks, it could be multiple choice, it could be anything. So you have to do all of those whenever you practice. This is the reading exam. You get 60 minutes for the reading. The number of questions are 40. For academic, you have 3 passages and 3 sections. For general, you have 3 sections and 5 passages. The first section will have 2 passages. The second section will also have 2 passages, and the last section will have 1 long passage. The kind of questions are all similar in the reading, academic or general. These are the kind of questions that you get. Out of these, when you practice, whenever you take the training, you have to decide, or you have to look for yourself that which are the questions that are most tricky for you. Focus more on those. Ideally, what I have observed is that the students face a lot of problem in true false not given, matching headings and matching information to paragraphs. So whatever the case is for you, you need to focus on that more. That's your reading test. This is all right. Okay, then the writing test. The writing is again 60 minutes, so I've already described this thing. Task 1 is general. For task 1, you have to write an academic task 1. You have to write a report which is based on a graph or a table or a chart or a diagram, which I just explained to you earlier. In this, you have about let's say 20 minutes out of 60 minutes, and you have to write about 150 words. 150 is the minimum word requirement that is given by them. You need to be writing more than that. So at least 180 to 190 words should be there in task 1 for both, for general and academic. For task 2, you have to write an essay. The essay, the word limit that they give you is 250 words. So again, you should be going beyond the word limit. So somewhere the ideal number of words here is about 280 to 290 words. Okay. Okay. So that is your writing. Now the speaking. We will be doing the writing essay after I complete this PPT. That we'll do in detail. So the speaking test is for 11 to 14 minutes. It is a face-to-face interview with an examiner, and the whole test is recorded. There are 3 sections. In section 1, you have to introduce yourself, and then they'll also ask you some follow-up questions which will also be based on you only. So section 1 में there is nothing that is very difficult. आपसे ही पूछा जाएगा, आपके बारे में पूछा जाएगा, questions भी आपके बारे में ही होंगे. So all you have to do is just answer nicely and casually to them. Section 2 is where some people face a problem. आपको एक टॉपिक दे दिया जाता है, उस टॉपिक पे आपको 2 मिनट तक कंटिन्यूअसली बोलना होता है विदाउट स्टॉपिंग. The examiner आपको खुद रोकता है. The examiner will stop you themselves only. You should not stop yourself in this cue card. That is a very important thing to do. Please do not stop yourself. Let the examiner stop you there. Part 3 is a two-way discussion. That means there will be question answers. There will be question answers asked to you based on the cue card. अभी part 1 is just about you. आपके बारे में ही पूछा जाता है. Part 2 is just about the cue card. So that is why in part 3 they expect you to give more abstract answers. ज़्यादा depth में answers मांगते हैं वो लोग आपसे. Part 3 is where the answers should be more complex and more in depth, and better grammar and better vocabulary should be used. So this is your introduction.